The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. You could always use a new pair of shoes.
Everybody, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
On this podcast, we we find some reviews. They're on the internet. We think that's a little funny. Maybe some other people might think that's funny, and then we absolutely exhaust all possible comedy from said reviews to the point of what would I say? Obnoxium.
Abnoxium, yeah.
Abnoxium, is that a real word?
Ad nauseum.
Ad nauseum with that's cool.
It's like a portmanteau of them there.
Oh, see, you could have been accused of being dumb for, thinking just applying obnoxious to obnoxium would make you sound smart, but then you said portmanteau. You properly used the word portmanteau, absolving you of all stupidity.
Finally.
Don't worry. Finally. I'm stupid enough for the both of us. I'm sure we both feel that constantly throughout the episode.
Oh, yes.
And before we get started with the review today, I have a little personal story, a little personal anecdote I'd like to share. It was a while ago now. We've had lots of special stuff going on the show, so I've been saving this story. But I hadn't ordered pizza in a long time, so I was really excited to order a pie and have a nice, relaxing night. And I went for I won't say which chain it's from, but it's a popular pizza chain I ordered from. I'm sure I've talked about it on the show before because it's one of my common topics I'm talking about is eating pizza. Anyway, so I ordered. It was one of those. It was a Friday or Saturday night. The order it said it was going to take like 40 minutes to over an hour, 40 minutes to 80 minutes. So I was like, oh, I got a little wait here, and it was getting to be around an hour. And I feel like those estimations are always, they overestimate just so they don't get in trouble. Yeah. So it's around an hour though, and I was like, it's never taken longer than an hour from here, even on like football Sunday. Actually it was a Wednesday night. So I just thought, they're short staffed. They only got one delivery driver, but it's kind of busy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the other variable in my apprehension here is my apartment complex is really, it's not complicated at all, but for some reason...
But it is a complex.
It is a complex. And for some reason, when I leave very detailed delivery instructions, like leave in the foyer, it's the building closest to Riverside Drive. The foyer is in the front of the building behind the porch. Like, I really lay it out, right? Mm-hmm. First door is open, leave it by the mailboxes in the second door. And I lay it out so clearly because... DoorDash drivers and pizza drivers are usually really good about it, but DoorDash drivers it's like they've never seen an apartment complex before or something. I have a couple of my neighbors. I live on the second floor, so we have a balcony, but my neighbors have the little doors with the little mini porches, the stoops, I guess.
Yeah.
And sometimes they leave it on Lowe's, just like outside someone's apartment side door.
Okay.
And I have to go outside and get it and steal it from my neighbor's doorstep. So I was like, I went outside. I went out the back door because sometimes I go to the back foyer. It wasn't there. I went and explored. I went and checked the neighbors, the side entrances where the neighbors live. It wasn't there. I was like, maybe they went to the other building that looks like mine in the complex and left in that foyer. Wasn't there. So while I was walking to the other foyer, I saw the car with the pizza delivery driver on top, and that's what made me think it was in the other foyer. I was like, he or she is just taking their lunch break right now or something. They just so happen to be chilling in their car outside my house. They put it in the other foyer. I'll just go get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was not in the other foyer. So I stood on my porch for, I want to say 5-10 minutes, just staring at this car, trying to figure out if someone was inside or not. And I think I saw someone inside, like head hunched over. So I walk up to the car. Sure enough, this person is passed out sleeping in their front seat, like hunched forward with their seatbelt holding them up. And I knocked for a long time. It took many knocks on the window to stir this person. At which point they opened the door and sat on sat on their seat sideways, hanging out, looked up at the sky and said, "There's a lot of them out here tonight." And I was backed away, trying to not do 6 feet, but, keep a little distance, be safe. And I said, "Excuse me?" And he said, "Oh, man, there's a lot of them out here tonight." And I said, I had no idea what he's talking about. Pretty sure at this point, this guy is on something.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I'm feeling weird about it from multiple directions. So I was like, "Well, you got my pizza, man?" And he just kept looking at the stars. And I said, "Hey, dude, do you have my pizza?" And that's what woke him up. That's when he came back. He snapped. He was like, "Oh, sorry." And he got up and went in his back seat. And then he was like, "Oh, what size you got?" I was like, the extra large. He's like, and he was shuffling around in his back seat. So I was not. There were several people, I believe, waiting for pizzas behind me.
Wow.
Yeah. And so he got me the pizza, and I ordered a 2-liter, right? And I was about to let it go. I was about to please end the social interaction. And I was like, "No, hey, is there a soda in there for me?" And he's like, "Oh yeah. And he gets it, and he was like, "What soda you got?" And I was like, "A 2-liter Pepsi." And he's like, "A 2-liter?" He was like, he had the bag, and he was trying to open the peek through the bag to show me it was a Pepsi, and I would have taken any, if it was diet or something, I would have just taken it, man. Just I just want a soda. And the other funny part I forgot to say was when he handed me the receipt, it tumbled away in the wind. And I said immediately, "Don't worry about it. I don't really need it." And he proceeded to 90-degree bend at the hips, chase this receipt down my street as it tumbled slowly away. And I said, I don't mean it, man. And he was like, "No, you can't be, you can't be littering, man. I don't want to litter." I was like, okay. So yeah, that was my little pizza party I had.
Wow. That is
weird, right?
Very weird. Weird dude.
Yeah, he definitely got to work and thought he'd have a little fun and maybe went a little too hard. But I for the record, I was like, I hate calling and complaining, especially when it's about a specific person.
Yeah.
I never want to be the reason someone loses their job. If they don't need that job, karma will take care of it. I'm not gonna be a privy to it. Some Karen will call or something. And but I was really close to calling, and I was like, "No, man, Mama didn't raise no snitch." So that's the end of the story.
Was the pizza still warm?
The pizza was not warm.
Okay.
That really made me want to call. It was warm. It was not hot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got a lovely review that has weird people and food in it.
Give it to me.
So this was collected from Target.com. This is a review for Campbell's condensed chicken noodle soup, 10.75 ounces. You can get it for 99 cents, people.
Classic. Who doesn't have fond memories of enjoying some Campbell's chicken noodle soup?
User Sissy Ibarra 76 titles her review, "A great tasting soup that I've grown up with. I have grown up with this soup. I'm in my 40s, and this soup was around when I was growing up. As a child, my mom fed me this when she needed me to eat something quick and easy to fix, or if she was tired or sick. There were 3 other children besides myself, makes 4 children, plus mama. Parents were divorced. I remember when I became a teenager, I went through by only eating this soup. It's condensed, so I would add some water, let it come to a boil, then munch out. I remember my mom allowed me to only eat the soup for like 6 months. I don't know if that was good for my body, but nothing bad ever happened. Now, as I'm older, I've raised my kids and grandchildren with this soup. It's so delicious, and it's a soup to be trusted. Know that with this can, you will always get a can of awesomeness and amazing flavor to hit your taste buds. 5 stars.
Okay, I got 2 things swimming around in the old brain after that one.
Yeah.
One, maybe the fondness, the fond memories I had of this soup that were alluded to, or maybe pushed to their absolute extreme here.
Yeah.
Which leads me to the next point. I think this bitch addicted to soup.
I don't know. Like, we have fond
Excuse
memories
my
of it.
French.
We have fond memories of Campbell's condensed chicken noodle soup, and Sissy has memories of only Campbell's condensed chicken noodle soup.
Only. So she literally cites once 6 months straight, it was the only food she ate.
And nothing bad has happened for her body.
How did she not just become a kidney stone? A giant kidney stone.
That is very interesting, because I thought this sounds kind of funny. But this is a review on Target. It says it's originally posted on Campbell's-US. I went on the Campbell's site and couldn't find like a product page where people would leave reviews. So I just Googled Sissy Ibarra 76, and she's got a TikTok.
No way.
Her TikTok is @need an organ donor, need liver and kidney transplant.
No, you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. There's another site, urlebird.com @need an organ donor. So
she's hustling to get a, not Kickstarter. What's Kickstarter for just people?
One of those crowdfunding ones.
She's trying to crowdfund. She should be suing Campbell. I guess.
She says,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess I'm speechless.
I know. It's mixture of I'm sad by this review.
I'm terrified.
Tickled by this review. Because she says, I don't know if that was good for my body, but nothing bad ever happened. Sissy, I think something bad happened. You're trying to get an organ transplant.
Oh, this got a little too real.
And on my second reading, she says, I've grown up with this soup. I'm in my 40s.
Yep.
And towards the end of the review, she's saying, I've raised my kids and grandchildren with this soup. There's nothing wrong with, having children early, but if she's in her 40s and has grandchildren, Sissy has moved through life hard and fast.
It's hard and fast. Not with rock and roll, drugs, or sex, but with Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
Campbell's condensed soup, so much sodium, just cranking its way through her bloodstream.
Does sodium have any, drug-like effects like caffeine does or anything? Or I thought it just makes food taste good but bad for you. Does it give you a rush? I guess you can get addicted to anything and have those brain associations, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know if at one time there was possibly MSG in Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
But MSG is just salt from China, from Asia.
Everything in moderation, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the thing. MSG's got a bad rap, but I'm in the camp of, listen, MSG's no worse for you than salt. It makes food taste good. Use it sometimes if you like it. But some people do be getting headaches from it, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I think Ibarra here, so the old Suze, oh man, how many soups has she given her children? I guess that's the real question we need to be asking. Not for comedy, but for the safety of these humans.
We hope that it's not just 6 months straight of condensed soup.
You're right.
It's affordable. Yes.
The Campbell's chicken noodle soup cleanse. The Campbell chicken noodle. You eat nothing but this for 6 months, folks. Kidney stone guaranteed.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
on that note,
Look at these before and afters.
if any listeners out there just have a kidney or liver to spare, hit up Sissy.
Sissy.
Again, you can
find her
her
on TikTok.
on
You can
TikTok
find her on...
at Need an Organ Donor.
Oh.
We would love to be able to help her out. Anyone, it looks like
Absolutely.
she's located in Texas, so anybody down there.
You know what? You know about the ocean spray guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude who was longboarding. He made that TikTok with the Fleetwood Mac song. He's just absolutely vibing out, drinks an ocean spray. It's an internet sensation, folks. If you haven't seen it yet, do you live under a rock? Sissy's going to become that guy of Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup. She should make a TikTok of her longboarding down the highway, listening to a somber song, and then taking a sip of the old condensed Campbell's.
With the yellow, she gets a yellow condensed mustache.
And then she lip syncs the chorus and TikTok. And then Campbell sends her her dream, a lifetime supply of chicken noodle soup. Why not just replace the organs with a soup can?
Oh,
A little filter shoved in there.
I don't know if that's how insides work.
I think it is. I went to college. And at that college, I learned, among many things, how to find reviews, which is how I found this one here. This, my good friend, is a review from Yelp. It is for none other than Nacho Daddy Downtown of Las Vegas, Nevada. Nacho Daddy Downtown. This is actually a two-parter. Sort of a quick... two perspectives. All right, two clashing perspectives, which I think we've done before. The first one is from Yvonne H. They write, ordered from DoorBash. Food was warm. Husband had nachos, and they were huge. He really enjoyed them. I ordered a fish taco. It was also huge and very good. Came with a mango salsa. That was the perfect compliment. Kids had a quesadilla. Can't really mess that up. Overall 5-star. 5 stars. And then I'd like to look to juxtapose that with a review from Dina G. First time at this place and really wanted to check it out. Pretty disappointed. Went with a friend and our waitress was not very friendly. Almost bordering on rude. I got chicken nachos and they were like maybe a 3 out of 10. My friend got a chicken quesadilla, which was kind of mediocre too. Soggy on the bottom. Honestly, cool to try it, but I will never go back. Almost $50 for 2 people. So it appears, the question is, can you mess up a quesadilla? Dina certainly has witnessed it.
Yeah. If you got a soggy quesadilla,
But Yvonne said kids had a quesadilla, can't really mess that up.
She doesn't even pay attention to her kids. She got 1 quesadilla for 2+ children. We don't know how many kids are eating this 1 quesadilla.
There's 37 kids that have to split this quesadilla. To be fair, the portions here appear to be famously huge.
I was shocked that the mango salsa wasn't also huge.
Nacho Daddy Downtown has extended family portions. 1 quesadilla can feed 40.
Is Nacho Daddy supposed to be like kind of a pun?
Oh, hey, I think it is.
Nacho Daddy.
Yeah, it has to. They had to know it worked on that level when they thought of this place.
What does their marketing look like? That might clue me in on something.
I don't think they have that much. Maybe they have a website. It looks a little more. Let me see.
Gourmet nachos near me. Never a dry chip. That is a bold promise, Nacho Daddy.
It looks pretty good. Most of the reviews are pretty positive. The marketing's not really cluing me in here. Just looks nice, clean.
A tortilla chip with a sombrero with sunglasses and a very large mustache.
Hell yeah. Kind of a old school tattoo vibe.
Yeah.
Is that the Nacho Daddy?
That must be the Nacho Daddy.
That was... Oh, they got a... Home of the original Scorpion shot. They got a shot with a little baby scorpion in it. They got a shot sold counter. The restaurant's closed, and yet it is ticking up rapidly.
Something tells me. Yeah, and these are going... It's a pretty regular rate of shots being sold.
This is a chain. No. Maybe there's one somewhere else open.
No.
Yeah.
Every second
someone is consuming a baby scorpion. That must be tequila. Tequila in there? Tequila? Now I'm picturing Nacho Daddy, this nacho chip with sunglasses, a big mustache, 2 beers, and a sombrero. He's the one downing these scorpions at a rate of 1 per second.
That's why he's the daddy.
That's why he's the daddy. They have a little write-up about all their other About Me, but no write-up about the scorpion shot. It's original, and we're selling 1 per second. That's all you need to know, folks. They salted the rim of a shot glass. That has to be just for the picture.
It looks pretty good.
You would try it?
The salt, I mean.
And I asked, would you try it? And suddenly... flashed before my eyes my future. We're at this damn Nacho Daddy place, and because we have to, because we talked about it on the show, we're trying the damn scorpion shot. And even though I'm not convinced in this moment that I would do it, I know through this vision, I will be convinced it will happen. I am going through with it. Yeah. We're having this scorpion shot.
Sissy, Lord willing, will be there with us. New liver, ready to down a couple of scorpions.
Oh man, I want to talk about the scorpion shot. Perhaps another time we'll revisit Nacho Daddy and the shot of scorpions. You got a review for me, champ?
Yeah, I've kind of been looking for some like chillier weather reviews here because it's getting chillier. So I have a review for Central Machinery 10-ton hydraulic log splitter from harborfreight.com. And I think the 10 ton is just like the amount of pressure, the force it can split at. It's not literally...
So it can like split a fucking car in half?
Let's let the review speak for itself, all right?
Does the guy put a car in it?
I'm going to have to check if there are any like that. This one doesn't. Spoiler.
Okay, good. Continue.
But Adam K. does write... He titles his review, "Great for small quantities," and writes, "My wife picked this thing up for me about a year and a half ago because I said I'd like a wood splitter. Well, apparently her and I weren't on the same page because this wasn't the splitter I was talking about. That being said, I did my best to break this thing to prove a point, and I just couldn't hurt it. I've bent the side brackets, dropped it off my trailer, put super large pieces on it that had no business being split with anything but a gas splitter, and this thing just keeps going. I'm impressed. I'm going tomorrow to pick up a gas splitter because it does take a while to get a good pile up. I've split at least 10 cord with it, so money well spent in my book. My son sells campwood at his grandparents' house to local campers, and he's going to be splitting more of his own wood with this, while I do cordwood for my customers with my new splitter. I've never used it on the ground. Generally, I would strap it to my trailer to get it off the ground so I wasn't bending all the time. Recently, I welded some square stock to it for mounting to my 3-point hitch on my tractor. My wife got a kick out of it. Perfect splitter for those who enjoy weekend campfires. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend for serious wood burners, unless you have a lot of spare time on your hands and want a good workout. All in all, great little splitter. 4 stars.
Listen, man. Imagine this fucking guy being your dad. All right? This guy... He already makes you side hustle at grandma's house with a little, roadside firewood stand. You're working fucking part-time, probably making minimum wage for this bastard while he rakes in the bucks. And then, Merry Christmas, son. Merry Christmas, son. Aren't you excited to get the new PS4? Aren't you excited to get a baseball glove to play catch with your old man? No. Aren't you excited for a new bike? Well, that's great that you wanted all that stuff, son. I got you this hand-me-down wood splitter. You can be just like Daddy with his big gas wood splitter. Isn't that cool? It's like it's like when you get a tool. Oh my god, dude! I hate this guy. What he's doing to his children, and if his kid genuinely likes splitting wood, he wants to be like a wood splitter like dad. Then I hate him even more that he indoctrinated his kids into liking splitting wood like he does. Oh my god, he's foaming at the mouth for it. He's drooling over these wood splitters. Oh.
And honestly, have a little grace, my man. Your wife buys you a wood splitter, and you're just like, well, obviously, the wife and I weren't on the same page. Let me see if I can break this thing to prove a point to the lady.
Now that you say that, this is going to be a very honest moment for me, I think. Now that you say that, I relate. I'm seeing eye to eye with him in a weird way. even though that's terrible, and I agree with the point you make. Yes, that's like, come on, dude.
Just communicate.
Your wife got you a nice present. This thing has to be expensive, right? It's not cheap. Hardware like this is oh man. So anyway, I wanted a new gaming mouse. Mine was really on its last legs. I sort of let my fiance know that in a way that I would get one for Christmas, right? She kind of asked she was like, it was very honest. She doesn't like, she likes to give good presents. So she's just like, kind of like, oh, what could you use for Christmas? You wanted a new mouse, right? Does that sound good? I said, yeah. And she was very clear, like, what kind do you want? And I said, like, anyone with buttons on the side, right?
Oh.
That's as long as I had that, I figured that's really what I wanted. That my last mouse didn't have, that I have. And yes, people, this is for nerd shit. So I'm gonna be the nerd version of this dad. And all of a sudden, again, the future flashes before my eyes. I'm forcing my kids to get gaming computers to be like dad. Meanwhile, they just want to play sports and cut logs.
So, sweet corn.
Yeah, hug sweet corn. And but anyway, so my fiance got me a mouse, and I got it, and I never heard of the brand, and I totally, and I'm ashamed of it. Thought, oh man, she got me a crappy off-brand like Walmart mouse or something, dude. Because I basically said, don't worry about it. If it's got good reviews, if it's in your price range you're thinking, I'm sure it's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came through with what I thought was a Walmart mouse. Because I looked up the price, it was $20. I was like, a $20 mouse? Is that really that awesome? And the reviews were good though, and it had some cool features. Like it has a little panel at the bottom, and it comes with little metal weights, so you can choose how heavy your mouse is, which is something I've never even thought of. And I've been using it for probably 2 years now. Best mouse I've ever used. It's an amazing mouse. I really should write a review for them, because I can't believe like in a mouse this affordable for a hobbyist, a gaming hobbyist such as myself. Some might say a gamer, a bit of a gamer girl. That it would be, $20 mouse would be so good. So, kudos to Red Dragon Mouses. Shout out Red Dragon Mouses. Absolute excellent mouse for the price point. Mind-blowingly so. And a shout out to my excellent fiance who got me the best mouse I've ever used, despite my stubbornness. So anyway, yeah, this old bastard likes splitting logs.
Yeah, there was that final thing he said. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend for serious wood burners.
I didn't even hear that, dude.
What does that even mean?
Serious wood burners?
Like you just chuck logs on the fire and you can sort of stand there like it's sports. Like,
yeah, my
right,
uncle has this. This is pretty common for houses out in the sticks around, rural Wisconsin where I live. Where, they have a heating system in their house, but in the winter, they have like a fireplace connected to the heating system, so they don't have to, run their heating. They're basically going almost all, if not all, off of the fireplace.
Some of those, you'll get like the little pellet burner stove systems too. Yeah.
Yep, that's sort of the advanced version of it, and it gets hot. When my uncle runs the fireplace, it is hot in the house. It really warms it up.
Mm-hmm.
So very cost effective. And my uncle, I'm pretty sure by hand, cuts all the wood he needs for winter.
Dang.
So I feel like what's more serious log splitter than that?
Heating your house, yeah, staying alive and comfortable.
And he does it with an axe.
Oh.
I think my uncle's cooler than this guy. I know my cousins had to help with the chores and did plenty of their own, but I don't know, he wasn't making them have a side hustle. It was just for the family chore. I guess that's, rich old white people, that's what their family chore is, having a side hustle. Putting them on blast.
They deserve it.
They deserve it. We deserve a break.
All right.
3, 2, 1, break.
Go. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to something different this week. This isn't a regular special. We have something special. It's not a regular segment, excuse me. It's just something especially special. Because we found a podcast that is strange and crazy and internet adjacent like us. The guys in the Unfinished Business podcast plumb the depths of the internet kind of in the same way that we do. Only these boys, the work that they're doing, I should call them men. The work these men are doing isn't with reviews. It's with Craigslist. And that is a dark and scary place. But they do sort of the same thing that we do. They find some funny stuff and make more fun with that stuff because they're creative and clever and just really fine young gentlemen. So, we have sent some reviews their way, and they have sent some Craigslist posts our way. And for today's segment, Brent, I'm going to read, we've got a two-post.
Man, I'm ready.
Craigslist.
I'm ready. Get in there, man. Put me in, coach.
A 1-2 punch. And listener, be advised, Craigslist is a seedier place than most
of the places we visit, even though I really feel like we mosh through the cess, we do. In these episodes, a good metaphor for how we do this podcast is just like we're neck deep in the internet cess, pushing through with the power of comedy. We sort of got like big comedy battery backpacks powering our mech suits as we sludge through the slime. Craigslist is truly, it's like that that planet, and what's that movie with our beloved Matthew McConaughey about space?
Is that Gravity? Interstellar.
I love Interstellar, so it bugs me that I couldn't think of the name. It's like the planet in Interstellar where the giant tidal wave comes every 3 minutes. That's Craigslist. Craigslist is that tidal wave of internet cess.
And muck and insane things. So
yep.
If you're sensitive to anything you might hear,
why are you listening to this fucking podcast?
This is your warning. It's about to go a bit farther than we normally go. But hey, that's what Craigslist is for. It's for misconnections. It's for
like I said, put me in,
booty
coach.
Calls.
I'm ready to nail a few connections to the face.
All right.
Uppercut.
So I'm just gonna read it verbatim. There's a what's the word? There is an abbreviation in this. If you don't know what the abbreviation stands for, I'll let you look this stuff up on your own time. If you do know, then just grin along with the rest of us. These two are posts from Mobile, Alabama. I was able to find that out because the little maps attached to the posts have street names and whatnot, and I'm a map boy, so it said Mobile on the post, but I wasn't sure if that just meant like this was mobilely uploaded, because I'm not on Craigslist that much.
You say Mobile? You mean mobile, dude?
Whatever.
I thought you were talking about Mobile. Where's it? Mobile, Illinois.
Mobile. M-O-B.
Mobile, Illinois.
Mobile, Alabama. I'm not from the South.
When states become giant vehicular machines consuming each other.
Yes,
it'll be Mobile, Illinois.
Anyway, let's just plow through this.
Yep.
This post is titled "Behind the Curtain" and reads, "Looking for those guys that want to come over and let me service them through the GH I have set up. No talking, just come in. Stick it through, and I will take care of the rest."
Oh, we're talking about a glory hole here, sir.
That's what GH stands for, everybody.
Oh, glory hole. Yeah, that, take notes, folks. That's not one you want to miss.
Right. Okay, so the guys sent this one over because the second post is kind of a review on that first one.
Okay. So someone went to the GH and is about to do a little review ski.
This post is titled capital N-O, quote, "Behind the Curtain," and reads, "Listen up. Take my advice and do not talk to this fake phony con man. This guy will waste your time and not suck."
What? That's the end of it?
That's it. That's
the bottom line, dude. This guy will not suck. It's like when I watch The Mandalorian. Disney Plus is The Mandalorian. This show will not suck. This show will be good the whole time. But this GH, that's not really what you want with the GH. I guess at the GH, you really want the suck.
It's not what you're looking for. Yeah.
Is suck spelled with 2 C's?
No, it's not.
Oh,
it's in caps.
I guess that lends credence to the reality of the situation. If it was 2 C's, that sort of would have been a meme.
Right. It would have been a little bit of a wink.
Yeah.
At the reader. But no, it seems pretty cut and dry.
So, but he said stick it in there, and I mean, was there other things going on besides the suck?
Not that I am
was there
aware
any
of.
sort of, I guess, a vacuum situation? Was there any flicks? Any whaps? Any cartoon Looney Tune anvils?
Ooh.
But there was not suck. But that to me just presents infinite possibility. If not suck, there are many things that can be, and I wish he would have elaborated. If it was truly nothing, no suck means nothing, or no suck means I don't know, did he use it like a speed bag?
I'm perfectly happy.
Lovingly, in a whisper, hit it like a speed bag and whisper in my ear that we have a future together.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think that's the type of thing that these guys are going for. And if you're into this sort of stuff, more power to you. It's making me a bit uneasy.
Oh, absolutely. I would never visit a GH,
No,
I'm a very vanilla, middle of the road kind of guy. A GH is definitely on pretty far off the road, right?
It's so far off, it's in Alabama.
First gas station in 300 miles type of shit.
Yeah, and listener, if this concept is just suddenly now, today, as you're listening, entered your mind, entered your lexicon for the first time, I'm sorry. If it pops up in conversation and you say the wrong thing, like I did once at my office.
What? You talked about glory holes at your office?
It was on accident.
You gotta tell that story.
Because I've been exposed to this sort of stuff, not literally in person, but through this muck of the internet. I was talking to my two bosses about my college, and I don't know what it is. If you remember this improv concept and those improv nerds who are out there, of rolfing, Brent, do you remember that concept where you just sort of start to say a word
and then change it?
Yeah, like you start with a letter and you're not sure what the word is going to be.
Yeah, it's for example, like losing.
Yeah.
Sort of. You start to say a word and try and change it to something else as you say it. It's just like a weird mind. It's just a brain warm up, kind of.
Yeah, well, that kind of happened to me. I was talking about our college, wonderful Carthage College, and I was planning on saying, yeah, that's a glorious place, but...
So I was thinking, okay, everyone experiments in college. You accidentally said you happened upon a glory hole, but you were saying the entire, the very essence of the place, its entire being,
that's a glory hole
as a glory
of a place.
hole. There's worse things you could say.
I don't know how it happened. That's a glory hole of a place, or something. Oh God! Yeah.
What does that mean metaphorically? If you call a place a glory hole, what sort of experience of the GH are you trying to highlight with that metaphor? What sort of emotion are you trying to get across? Was it a glory hole of knowledge?
Yeah, you
don't know who's on the other side, but they are giving you some knowledge, so to speak. Am I right, folks? She gave me some...
Let's...
No, wait, we got to do a Rodney Dangerfield joke.
Okay,
let's workshop this. The punchline's got to be, she gave me some knowledge, you know what I mean? Was she a librarian? Because she was giving me some knowledge. Oh, I see. See, that's not quite it, but I think good enough. You got one? You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Moving on. Anything else to say about this GH situation, about our beloved alma mater being a GH?
Nope.
Definitely not.
Reburying that memory. It is now interred in the dirt of my mind.
No, I like how that's going to marinate the rest of the episode, the experience of the rest of the episode for both us and the listener.
Yeah, and
if you want that floating in the air,
if you want that saucy marination. Every time you listen to a podcast,
right? If you want to take that saucy marinade straight shooter,
check out the Unfinished Business Podcast. You can find them at unfinishedbusinesspodcast.com. They're also on Instagram at UFB_podcast.
Check them out, folks. How often do they talk about GHs? Is there like a GH tally I can refer to on the wiki?
Not yet, but let's make that suggestion to them.
That. Yeah, I want like I guess I just want some tags on every episode. I just am a guy that wants to jump from GH discussion to GH discussion. Do some research. I'm just doing a report on it. Anyway, I got a review. If you'd like one.
Yes.
Let's back to normalcy, but the marinade remains. This is a review from Amazon, our safe place, our home, our bastion. This is a review for Liquid Blue Men's plus-size Dragon Catcher t-shirt. This, I repeat, is a t-shirt with a dragon on it. A t-shirt.
Okay.
The review is by Jeffrey Boyle. They title it, Among Them, Apartment Number 9 and A11, also known as a great sideman playing bass for Steel for Stars. They write, thought very highly of the Paycheck episode, will not miss an episode. One more important fact about Johnny Paycheck that was overlooked, that could be interesting to viewers, was his writing of more than a few classic songs in the early 60s, among them Apartment Number 9 and A11. Also known as a great sideman playing bass for Steel for Stars. Among them, George Jones, 5 stars. That was a review for a t-shirt.
Ah,
I think we witnessed someone have a stroke.
I was going to say someone's very confused.
Now, this, folks, is a liquid blue men's plus-size dragon catcher t-shirt. It is a bitchin' t-shirt with a bitchin' dragon on it. Other reviews read, fit on me perfectly. Got the size extra large, fits great, love it. Awesome. It's beautiful. My nephew loved it. Love this shirt, and my boyfriend does too. Great quality, awesome graphic. This guy's talking about the Paycheck episode.
Is it possible this man put this shirt on and was transported to an alternate reality similar to the effects of the Three Wolf Moon shirt, where your entire life the veil is lifted from your eyes and you see reality in a whole new sense?
Okay, so yes. I've got a lot to say about that. One, we found another magic t-shirt.
Sounds like it.
I think we've happened upon another t-shirt, another legendary artifact with great magical powers. Simply, forged while the ring was being forged. So these t-shirts next to them, though the legend was lost to time. And I think you say it opens. I think this one has a different power than opening your eyes to your true potential as a man, as the Three Wolf Moon shirt does to you. This one, I think, drives you insane.
I was going to say, this one offers sort of encyclopedic knowledge of obscure bands and television shows.
Yeah, it is like the library of the cosmos of dad rock and crappy sitcoms opens. That door opens in your eyes, in your mind. And then all that information is flooding into this man at once, and his human form just cannot take it. His small human brain cannot take it. And so as he tried to warn the world about the dangers of this artifact,
all he could do was write this review.
This stream of consciousness, like acid trip of a review.
See, to his mind, he was saying, "Don't wear this shirt. Don't wear this shirt." As he was slowly,
It will destroy your life. You won't be the same.
You'll turn into a giant blue dragon of wisdom like me. But it just came out among them, 60s steel band, the Paycheck episode.
Yeah. Let me under that new context. Let me just quickly read it again, and we can move on. Thought very highly of the Paycheck episode and will not miss an episode. One important fact about the Johnny Paycheck was overlooked that could be interesting to viewers was his writing of more than a few classic songs in the early 60s, among them Apartment Number 9 and A11. Also known as a great man, sideman playing bass for the Steel Stars, and among them George Jones. And he just lies motionless, eyes wide, at the eternity of knowledge. You got a little quickie?
I got a quickie. I got the men's Fire Hose fleece-lined relaxed fit pants from Duluth Trading Company.
Oh, Duluth Trading Company.
Yeah, man.
We know the brand.
User Am writes, titles their review Top-Notch Pants, and writes, "Personally, I prefer fleece-lined pants, and these are the cat's pajamas. Plenty of pockets, even a hidden one I didn't find for 2 weeks. Thick belt loops, and one with a loop that you can hear from. Did I mention pockets? Deep pockets that will hold whatever you need to keep close. Warm and very well built. 5 stars.
I gotta get these pants. I gotta get these pants, folks.
I need to get these pants just so I can understand what Am is talking about.
The hidden pockets. Imagine. It's like it would be like living in a house for 10 years and then happening upon a secret door in the closet. But it's a bottomless pocket. You could fit so many things comfortably.
Yeah, that is the first thing that stuck out to me. Is that oh, look at that! There's another pocket there. Hey, honey, check it out.
As a fat, bearded man, I'm a big fan of cargo shorts. sounds like it's because of the many pockets for my many accoutrement. My mini action figure accessories.
You got like your oyster crackers in one.
Yes.
You've got some Jolly Ranchers in another.
Candied up, ready for whatever life takes at me. Got my Power Rangers, Transformer in one.
Quarters for the vending machines.
Right.
And one Sacagawea coin.
One Sacagawea coin. It was the coin I had in my pocket when I first kissed my girlfriend, and I will never let it go.
But what I really want to find out, and we talked about this earlier, how we've talked about this in the past too, how generally if there are typos or weird sentence syntax, we'll try and roughly correct them to just let the review flow a bit more.
Just make the intent clear to the viewers.
Right. We don't want it to be confusing. We don't want to make reviewers sound like just really, really big dum-dums if we can help them out.
Sometimes we absolutely can't.
Sometimes we can't. Sometimes the typo is the joke. But in this case, I don't know what Am is talking about when they write thick belt loops and one with a loop you can... Oh, I'm sorry, I messed it up. Because there's a double can. Thick belt loops and one with a loop that you can hear from.
I just took it as it was sort of a portal to another world of listening, as though putting a seashell to your ear and hearing the ocean.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe
these are magic pants.
This is one of those. This is another dad item.
Yep.
Out there splitting your wood, and you've got your phone clipped to your belt.
That rules.
So you can hear it from the belt loop. Like all these other loops, the front loops, the side loops, on most pants, if you clip your phone to that, you're not going to hear a darn thing.
Oh, sonny, don't put your finger in there. That's my hearing loop.
You put your phone on it, and the waves of sound just blow your phone clear off your pants.
And your legs clear off. Off. I messed with the hearing loop. Oh, we got a guy that put his phone on the hearing loop. I repeat, a guy that put his phone. Mankind is not ready for this kind of power.
Next time, buy Duluth. That's gonna be their commercials from now on. If you don't buy Duluth,
his legs blown off,
you'll be maimed and disfigured by whatever you try.
Hey, some people are into that, just like some people are into GHs. Before we move on, just one thought I had about this is using cat's pajamas to describe clothes is terribly misleading.
Yeah, these pants are the cat's pajamas.
Are they like pajamas cats would wear, or are they just really cool, dude? You lost me.
Whenever he puts them on, he has to kick the cat out.
These are my cat's pajamas.
Oh, God. There's one in each leg.
These were my cat's pajamas, but I had to take them for myself. They were some shy quality. Or maybe the insides of the clothes just feel like cat tongues.
Oh.
Yep. That's horrible.
That's an imagine that I never want to imagine.
Well, let's just take them out of imagination land and into plug land, shall we? Thanks, guys, for listening. I hope you enjoyed this wacky, slappy episode.
This was a wild one.
Just to let you know, we drop new episodes every single Tuesday. Can you believe that?
Tuesday Reviews Day.
Hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day. Every Tuesday morning, folks. I'm going to let you in a little insider secret. We drop it at 2 a.m. So whatever Tuesday morning means to you, we surely hit that. 2 a.m. Central Time?
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to send us an absurd review to talk about in an episode such as this, please send an email with a hyperlink to said review to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name or how you'd like to be named, because we'd love to throw you some credit. We love a user-submitted review.
That we do. If you like the content of our voices and jokes and silliness, you can find more silly content various places. You can find us on Twitter @ReviewPartyPod. You can find us on Instagram @ReviewParty.com. or you can just go to reviewparty.com, where you can find episodes, blog posts, links to the store, just cool color schemes and pictures and stuff.
Yeah, we work really hard.
We work hard. I also would like to do a quick shout out. We've been using Podspout on our Instagram link in bio, and they've been really cool to us.
Yeah, it's like Linktree tailored for podcasts, and it looks great. It's perfect for what it is. It's going to be big.
We have a feeling. So if you're a podcaster out there listening to this and you've never heard of it, check it out. We recommend. That's our review.
Yeah. I think a few other podcasters listen to this, and I don't think there's anything better you could have in your Instagram bio than Podsprout. What else? What else we got to talk about? Hey, subscribe wherever you're listening. You can listen on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Podcasts, all kinds of places. Leaving a subscribe is a big help. Leaving a review, if that place you listen has reviews, that's great. If you left a review and want to make sure we see it because it's super funny, send us an email about it. I don't want to miss any.
Also, check out the Unfinished Business podcast. Just like I said, we sent some stuff to them, some stuff that's been featured on our episodes.
If you're hearing this episode, their episode featuring reviews from us will be out.
It is out as of this voice speaking to you.
Right. So yeah, run over. It'll be their newest episode. Run over and check them out. Oh yeah, and most importantly, if you know someone who likes to listen to funny podcasts, who likes comedy podcasts, recommend them. Recommend them your favorite episode. And what a great way to bond in these trying times.
Absolutely. You can talk about the weird things we say.
Weird things we say, how dumb we are, how stupid fart butts. Speaking of stupid fart butts, last but not least, very big thanks to our buddies in Nosebleeds for letting us use their jam bread for breakfast. You can find more of their awesome tunes on Spotify. Just search Nosebleeds, one word. Man, I was listening to a playlist I made a while ago that heavily features that album. And it's a lot of different stuff. It's a bigger playlist. But when Krona's song hit, dude, when that sax solo hit after not hearing it for a little bit, I was transported to a different place. Listen
to it from your hearing loop, everybody.
Listen to it from your hearing loop. And did you talk about the newsletter?
On reviewparty.com, there is a subscribe to the After Party Review newsletter. If you aren't getting emails on that, just send an email to reviewparty.com@gmail.com, because that means something with the sign up isn't working. Robots are strange. Computers are strange. We're working on it.
We got it. Listen, we want to get you that newsletter no matter what. But I think that's all the time we have today. I have a beautiful, crispy send-out review here. This is a review from Rotten Tomatoes. A user review from Rotten Tomatoes. It is for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie from the 1990 version, the 1991.
Excellent.
Yeah, very fond of that. And it just turned 20. It turns 20 this November.
Oh.
So shout out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wonderful classic film. Jack W. from Rotten Tomatoes writes, "This is just out of the ordinary. Turtles eating pizza? That's crazy. Hopefully they make more stuff like this. 5 stars.
This is a cool genre. I like what they're doing. Animals eating people food.
That's crazy, dude. This is crazy. Listen, everybody. Thanks for listening. It's been a blast. Take it easy out there, folks.
Send Sissy love.
And a kidney.